Some cause happiness wherever they go, others whenever they go. Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. Man is least himself when he talks in his own person. Give him a mask, and he will tell you the truth. There is only one thing in life worse than being talked about, and that is not being talked about. There are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. I can resist everything except temptation. A dreamer is one who can only find his way by moonlight, and his punishment is that he sees the dawn before the rest of the world. Children begin by loving their parents. After a time, they judge them. Rarely, if ever, do they forgive them. The only difference between the saint and the sinner is that every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. I have the simplest tastes. I'm always satisfied with the best. When I was young, I thought that money was the most important thing in life. Now that I am old, I know that it is. Between men and women, there is no friendship possible. There is passion, enmity, worship, love, but no friendship. When the gods wish to punish us, they answer our prayers. Men always want to be a woman's first love. Women like to be a man's last romance. Ambition is the last refuge of the failure. America is the only country that went from barbarism to decadence without civilization in between. What is a cynic? A man who knows the price of everything and the value of nothing. Conversation about the weather is the last refuge of the unimaginative. A man can be happy with any woman as long as he does not love her. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. Society exists only as a mental concept. In the real world, there are only individuals. The true mystery of the world is the visible, not the invisible. Work is the curse of the drinking classes. A gentleman is one who never hurts anyone's feelings unintentionally. It is better to be beautiful than to be good, but it is better to be good than to be ugly. By giving us the opinions of the uneducated, journalism keeps us in touch with the ignorance of the community. The world is a stage, but the play is badly cast. A man who does not think for himself does not think at all. An excellent man. He has no enemies, and none of his friends like him. A man who does not think for himself does not think at all. An excellent man. He has no enemies, and none of his friends like him. No man is rich enough to buy back his past. He has no enemies, but is intensely disliked by his friends. I always pass on good advice. It is the only thing to do with it. It is never of any use to oneself. Bigamy is having one wife too many. Monogamy is the same. The old believe everything. The middle-aged suspect everything. The young know everything. To expect the unexpected shows a thoroughly modern intellect. Moderation is a fatal thing. Nothing succeeds like excess. Selfishness is not living as one wishes to live. It is asking others to live as one wishes to live. One of the many lessons that one learns in prison is that things are what they are and will be what they will be. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. I find it harder and harder every day to live up to my blue china. Questions are never indiscreet. Answers sometimes are. Democracy means simply the bludgeoning of the people by the people for the people. A little sincerity is a dangerous thing, and a great deal of it is absolutely fatal. One's real life is so often the life that one does not lead. Every portrait that is painted with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. Fathers should be neither seen nor heard. That is the only proper basis for family life. The world is divided into two classes, those who believe the incredible and those who do the improbable. It is better to have a permanent income than to be fascinating. Anybody can be good in the country. There are no temptations there. Death and vulgarity are the only two facts in the 19th century that one cannot explain away.